Thanks for watching my video. Today I'm going to be going over the TK20R single 18650 USB rechargeable 1000 lumen turbo output, and sitting next to it here is a TK32 2016 version. And I'm not going to do a full comparison, but I'll go over a couple things real quick. They're both 1000 lumen output single 18650 batteries, and they're about the same height there. You can see significant differences. Dual tail switch on the 32 as opposed to single tail switch and side switch on the 20R. This one is also not USB rechargeable. I've got them both sitting here with a quarter and a single AA battery for size comparison. And if you're not familiar with the 18650 batteries, you can see they are substantially bigger than a standard AA alkaline battery. Now the 20R did come with one 2900 milliamp rechargeable battery, so this is not the one that came with it. I got the Ultimate kit, I think it was called, and it came with this additional battery, and it came with one pre-installed, the 2900 milliamp pre-installed. And go ahead and get a shot of the box here. Now this says the maximum beam distance is 310 meters, so it'd be somewhere around 350 yards. And I suppose that is technically true. It was hitting reflective materials at that range, and I guess like I said, technically, if it's hitting something and making it reflect, if it's fluorescing a reflective material, then the beam must be going that far. I don't think it was really that far. I'd say usable practical light. So technically, yes, it went that far, but I think practically it went about 200 to 250 yards. Substantially less than what they're saying. And that's just an estimation. I didn't have any type of measuring or metering equipment. That's just eyeballing it. But that's still a good long ways from a single cell battery. So standard with it, there's the battery that's already in there. It comes with the USB cable, USB rechargeable light, right? So you don't have to buy a separate one of those, and a spare O-ring, which is pretty much standard for Fenix now. And it comes with the Fenix lanyard. You can see it's frayed. I've talked about that in another video. Their lanyards their Velcro is pretty aggressive on their holster sheath, whatever you want to call it. And this one's a little bit closer to the ones that Nightcore uses. It's got this ring on the back here. The lanyards get caught in the Velcro, and this type of lanyard just starts to fray. I haven't had one actually break. I just would prefer it not be a problem. It did also come with this holster though, so that's nice. You don't have to buy anything extra. This one is also Velcro, like many of theirs are. So it comes up, but as I've done with other lights, you can bypass the Velcro and just go on behind both bands there. I've never used this. I suppose it'd be good for strapping onto a bag on the exterior of a bag. So like I said, I bought the Ultimate kit. So the Ultimate kit came with not just that extra battery, but it also came with a second holster, snap holster. So this one is Converge. Not doing a good job with my lighting, but it's snap, so you don't have to worry about the Velcro getting caught in there, and the belt loop is also snap. I didn't have any problems with it. Well, yeah, it's also Velcro. Just now noticed that, but the light does fit in here pretty well. If you end up buying the Ultimate kit, you can see how low the head is in there to get it all the way to the bottom. That's not much to grab onto if you're wearing it. So you can put it up there so you have more to grab onto, but you can see the big gap there. So you might want to take something, I don't know, duct tape a lot of paper there, I guess. So some of the features of the light, yeah, it's got the high output, and I'm just going to get the high output out of the way. So really bright light. So that's 1,000 momentary on there you just saw. Strobe, yeah, I don't like doing that. But that's the tail switch. You got to use the side switch to switch modes here, which is not really a problem. It's kind of a no-go for some people. And when you first turn a light on, see how it's green light there? Get a few seconds, tell you the approximate state of your battery. It's not a very good voltmeter, it's just a time to charge it, or you're good to go for a little while there. So that's your low, medium, high, turbo. Go back to low. So you see that tight spot there, and you can see there is some spill. Good amount of spill. But this is made to be a throw light. This is not made to be a general purpose light, in my opinion. Although I did carry it to work for about a week, week and a half. Yeah, 6-7 days, I guess. And I used it as my work light, as a general purpose work light. And with the spill, it does work. It does work for that. But the spot is so tight, so focused, that it's just not good for that purpose. But that's okay, because it wasn't really made for that. It's made to be a throwing light. Or a light with throw. Don't throw your light. Wow. So some of the other features real quick, just going over. USB rechargeable. There's your charging port there. It's just micro USB. This cover does come open pretty easy. And that was actually something that concerned me, because this is supposed to be IP68 rated. So how could it be dust and waterproof if that thing comes open that easy? I mean, there are times just pulling it out of the holster, it would come open. It's not going to do it now, is it? Of course not. Wow. But anyhow, so there are times just coming out of the holster, it would open up a little bit. One time it fully came open. Obviously that's not good if you're in the rain or a lot of dust at the time, and I am exposed to quite a bit of dust. I contacted Fenix, and they said the light will remain waterproof even with the cover open. So the light is still waterproof. And the guy wasn't sure, but he did get back to me. As long as the light is not wet, don't try and charge it submerged, don't try and charge it wet. As long as you dry the charging port out, you can still recharge it via the USB port afterwards. And then he told me to try it. And so I did. I did try it, of course, because he told me to. He gave me permission. Why wouldn't you at that point, right? Not only do you get to have fun, but you're going to be covered if something goes wrong. So I tried it, and I'll put that at the end of the video, but I held this open. I made sure this was open while it was submerged with water running on top of it. The light stayed on, and then I dried it out, completely dried it out, and it charged. It charged up to full, no problem, still worked. Some of the other things on here, this is a very good anti-roll. I guess you could say belt clips also included. I really didn't want the belt clip on here, but with the side switch it helps you orient it, because it's really the only, other than the button, the tail cap itself, it's really the only orientation you have to get to the side switch. But this is, you set this down, it's not going anywhere. Well, I guess it'll slide. Then with the pocket clip on there, it actually helps a little bit more, even though I didn't want it. So one of the things that I was having trouble with was side switch. So I had to come up with a way to make it work. So you got to put your light in your sheath, holster, whatever, in the same way every time, so that you can get oriented. So you got your thumb there, but see, there's the side switch. So I had it down. I haven't carried it in a little bit now. So you got this on, and then you can just pressure there. So that's what I was saying, the belt clip orients your hand so you know where the side switch is. And it's here, but with my pinky, I'm not feeling it very well. And that's if you want to use it one-handed. I mean, if you want to use it two-handed, I mean, obviously that's super easy to do. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem for anybody doing it that way. Got nice little lanyard holes on each side here. You got this little guy here to hold there. I guess you could use it for your lanyard, but I'm thinking that's for something else. Momentary on is nice. This was made, I'm going to say, hunting. It is, according to Fenix, rifle safe, and they did say it is okay to use with 5.56, so I can get a hold of a 5.56 rifle. And I ordered the mount and the pressure switch. The mount has not come in yet, but the pressure switch has. So once I get the rifle mount, I'll go ahead and get a hold of that rifle. Legal, all legal. And mount it on there and try out that pressure switch. So said when you get a Fenix light or some of the other manufacturers, just a quick note, if the battery is pre-installed, it may come with something like this. It's just a film. It's just, so if you get a light and then it says the battery is pre-installed and it's not working, open the light up and look for something like this. This will just be on one side of the battery, maybe two sides. It's so that they can ship the battery in the light, but it's blocking the conductive, the electricity flow from the battery, so that you're not draining the battery and it's not, you know, there's no damage is going to happen to the battery. So IP68 rated, so it is dust and waterproof. Dust contact, nothing's going to get inside. I think the word they use is no ingress on contact. I think that's what they said. And it's a good light overall. I'm pretty happy with it. So we've got, just going through the batteries. I've got the list here of what they say you can use. So the Fenix series, ARB L18 and L2, 3.7 volt. Those are rechargeable 18650s. Both of those are recommended. Non-rechargeable CR123A are usable, non-rechargeable. Rechargeable lithium ion, not Fenix, 18650s, and 1634. 1634 would be the 123 size. It says caution for both of those, so you can use them, but it says use caution. Rechargeable Life PO4 18650s are banned. Those are 3.2 volt. I don't remember what that chemistry name is. Some type of lithium, but so you can use all of those. So it's a good selection of batteries. 123s are supposedly more cold resistant, so if you're going somewhere cold, maybe that's a good idea. So we said came with the holster additionally, and I like the Converge holster. And there's the O-ring. In addition to that, came with traffic one. I probably should have opened this first, but I did not, so I will do it now for you. Oh, that's a horrible sound. Very professional, right? So, does it work? Oh yeah, it works. So that's, what was that, medium, I think? So let's get a little ridiculous. This is 3 feet up. So low, medium, high, turbo. Oh yeah, that puppy's working. That's a freaking lightsaber. A little phallic, but yeah, it works. So if you're a traffic enforcement, or I guess you could throw it in your car too, be good for that. And in addition to all that, when you order it, they give you the fancy Fenix trucker ball cap. I'm not sure what makes them trucker caps. I don't know if a trucker has to sweat in them for a week or something before they're dubbed trucker hats or what, but that's what it's called. I know, it's just the style. I'm messing around. So I am very happy with this light. Go to charging here. Got a little thing to charge it with. So just lift this guy up. It's just micro USB. And plug her in. And red means it's charging. When it's totally full, it'll hit green again and just stay green. So I'm looking forward to getting that rifle mount so I can try it out. Not a small light thing to put on a rifle, but if you need something that's going to go out a ways. And they said it's rated for 5.56, so I'm going to try it out with some semi-auto. I might have to use 223 ammo instead. The difference being 5.56 is generally, not necessarily, but generally rated to higher pressure, so it would be a bit more abuse. And Fenix said it was fine with 5.56, so I want to try it out. And yeah, that's the Fenix Tk20R. In this case, the ultimate kit. You can get it from phoenixlighting.com in the US, and there's some other sites out there for other regions of the world. And of course, there's always Amazon. It's probably on there by now. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, found it helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thanks. Coming back into this with the TK20R, I just wanted to add that if it sounded down, like I was being down on this, this is a good, solid product. There's nothing wrong with this product. I don't regret buying it. It works very well. It works better than I thought once I was worried about the recharging with the after it gets wet in the USB port there. So it's a good product. It's just not meant as a general purpose work light. It will still fill that billet if you need it to, but if you're in search and rescue, or supposedly you can mount it on a rifle, I'm going to be trying that out, or if you know, whatever, if you need something that goes out a long ways but is still relatively compact. I mean, I have average size hands. I wear large gloves most of the time. You know, this is a good, solid product. If you're buying it, you could use it as a tactical light. I mean, it does have the momentary on there. The only problem I would see with that is if you need to just absolutely use it one-handed because of lack of orientation features, you're going to be stuck using a pocket clip or just leaving it on high or strobe, whichever you need to for your needs. If you have small hands, I mean, I have average size hands, and it's a little bit of a stretch. I can do it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But aside from that, this good product. I wasn't trying to sound down on it. And coming up, I'll be adding either beam shots that I took, or it will be the waterproof test right after this. Either way, when you see the sync and the volume cuts out, that's fine. I'm just going to stick a dummy plug in the microphone jack of my camera here so that you don't have to listen to the water run.